Sorry, I've just been trying to think of how best to say this.
We just have a really great appreciation for all of the frontline essential workers in the greater San Diego community that are helping to keep us all fed and our mail delivered and all of the hospitals running to keep people healthy. It really sheds a light and puts these people in the spotlight, and we just want to thank and appreciate them for all that they do.
I think it's crucial that in light of essential workers working tirelessly to better our world and better our well-being now, that we do everything we can to make sure that we come back to a world that is more beautiful, more enriched, and better than when we left it.
You know, I always believed that the best way to thank someone for a gift is to use it well. And when you have a society that has a group of people who are dedicated to keeping the rest of the community safe and healthy and fed, then you can have people with the privilege to perfect and hone this beautiful art and to use it well. And so I hope that by showing the essential workers out there what the rest of us are doing with that privilege, that and how beautiful these dancers can use the time that they've been given, that's been enabled by the work of these essential workers, that will be a thank you to that community.
Before we even speak, we learn to move. And dance and movement really are just fundamental to life. And I think that art as a whole is our culture, and it defines who we are as a people. It helps us understand our common humanity. And art is essential. This really is a wonderful gift that we can give each other.
Dance is an art form that really only exists in the present. Unlike some other art forms, we really don't have anything to hold on to at the end of the day. The state that we're in right now, we're all kind of too aware of the fleeting nature of our lives and everything that's going on. So I think it's really fitting that we're able to give it an art form that also really only exists in the here and now.
So to have an opportunity to dedicate that immediacy to a group of people who for the past few months have done nothing but putting themselves in a very immediate position, and it would be a huge privilege to be able to celebrate that together. I think we have this need, this drive to understand and reflect and process the world around us, whether it's joy or grief or loss or uncertainty or pain. I think art allows us to do that in ways that feel both very personal, but at the same time create a conversation and let other people in. And that process feels really alive, and it feels really, really necessary.
I think that if we can show our appreciation through dance, then we have sort of an obligation to do that. And sort of in that same vein that, obviously everyone's trying to stay really physically healthy right now, wearing masks, social distancing, quarantining. But I think part of the crisis that may be slightly overlooked is the mental health, the mental wellness side of this. And that everyone is, as we try to adjust to this new world we're living in, that it can be really difficult. And that if our art form of dance can bring some amount of joy or some amount of relief to people that are struggling, then I think that we have an obligation to do that and to try and reach out to those people and to enrich their lives in any way that, in the way that we can, which is through dance.
And the type of work that the Rosin Project presents is really about getting inside, what we're all feeling and connecting the audience with the dancers. And right now, especially, there's a lot of distance between all of us, and it's really going to be important to reignite that human connection. And I think that we're a really vital link.
One thing people always say when they see a ballet performance is they admire the strength of the dancers, that they are doing something that is so hard and so difficult and so taxing, and yet they come through it with grace and beauty. And that's what we're going to do with the COVID-19 crisis, is we are going to show our true strength and come out with a great deal of grace and beauty.